Okay, Bev, I'm trying to video this. Okay, so when somebody goes to the old registration, which is the old webinar registration URL, which was this one, instead of going to the webinar page, it will now come to here. And I've made a little form here that they can fill in for future updates. And this form, the name of this form is webinar updates. I'll show you, this is the editor. If I click on this form and I go to form settings, anybody who has the form, hold on, settings, is called webinar updates, which you will see in your dashboard under forms and settings, communications, forms and settings. There will now be a form for webinar updates, and this table here will have all the names of people who want to be updated in the future. So that's once you've finished a webinar, this page can go up for any webinar. And how you find it is as follows. You can go to landing page. Actually, you know what, maybe we'll call it something else. We're going to go to all the pages and the menus on the left bar. Okay, this is good for you to know. Now this says landing page. I'm going to rename it, 3 dots, rename, and I'm going to call it, I don't know, post webinar. Webinar. That's just the name of the page. So it's after the webinar. Post webinar. You can change it. If you want to change it, you go to the 3 dots, rename, and call this page whatever you want. And now, and this page, it's got a little, it's hidden because it's not on the menu. So that is the, this is the link you should put up when a webinar has finished. Okay, how do we do that? We go into our editor. We go back to the pages, third one down. In pages, there's a here, also hidden webinar landing page template. And this is the page that I did for you just now. Okay, as you can see, and you can change this. When you're ready for it to go up, you're going to have to put this to you're going to have to change the URL for this. So anybody who goes to this page, so I'm thinking the easiest way to explain this, you're going to have to make this the webinar registration page. At the moment, this page is called, if you go to SEO, this page is called new webinar registration, right? I think that you should just take out the new here. But before you take out the new here, you have to rename this. Okay, so what you would do is post webinar, which is the one here. You've now going to put a new webinar up. You go to the 3 dots, you change the SEO. You could call it old. I would put the word old in there, old webinar registration, and then just go here and rename this to webinar registration without the new. Okay, so this one here, you go to SEO, that gives you the URL. And so now it says new webinar. Just take off new and it will be called webinar registration. So basically you're just changing the names of this page. You're always going to point to this webinar registration page, but sometimes it will link to the post, it's over, sign up now, and sometimes webinar registration will link to the new webinar page, and you can just keep changing this page. There's no need to save each one afterwards. Just keep making the changes on this page. I hope that's clear.